Hey there, money smart friends. Before you grab another overpriced latte and wonder where your paycheck went, hold up. What if I told you that the plastic in your wallet could literally pay you to spend money? Yeah, I'm talking about credit cards that are so good, they'll make your bank account happier than a kid in a candy store. Listen, I've spent weeks diving deep into the credit card jungle, and trust me, it's wilder than a Black Friday sale at Target. We're talking about cards that give you up to 5% cash back, travel rewards that'll get you to Bali for basically free, and sign-up bonuses so fat they'll make your wallet do a happy dance. Today, I'm breaking down the top 10 credit cards for 2025 that are absolutely crushing it. We've got the Wells Fargo card that's basically printing money, the Chase card that travel bloggers are obsessed with, and wait for it, a card that gives you cash back just for paying your bill. I mean, come on, that's like getting paid to breathe. Plus, I'll tell you which cards have zero annual fees because nobody likes surprise charges, which ones have the sickest welcome bonuses, and most importantly, which card you should actually get based on how you spend. Whether you're a grocery store regular, a dining out fanatic, or someone who travels more than a flight attendant, I've got you covered. Stick around because card number 3 is going to blow your mind. It literally changed how I think about credit cards forever. And if you make it to the end, I'll share my personal strategy that helped me earn over $2,000 in rewards last year alone. No cap. Let's dive in. All right, my financially savvy friends, let's get into the good stuff. But first, quick disclaimer, because I'm not trying to get sued. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular person who got really, really good at making credit cards work for me instead of against me. Always pay your bills on time. Don't spend money you don't have. And for the love of all that's holy, read the fine print. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about these absolute units of credit cards that are dominating 2025. Card #10, US Bank Altitude. Go starting off at number 10. We've got the US Bank Altitude Go. Now this card doesn't sound super exciting. I mean, Altitude Go sounds like something my GPS would tell me when I'm lost, but hear me out. This bad boy gives you 4% cash back on dining. And when I say dining, I mean everything from your fancy steakhouse date to your 2 a.m. McDonald's run. No judgment here. It also gives you 4% back on takeout and delivery, which, let's be honest, has been like 90% of our meals since, well, plus you get 2% back on groceries and gas and 1% on everything else. The best part, no annual fee. It's like getting a participation trophy, except this one actually pays you money, leans in conspiratorially. Real talk though, if you're someone who spends more on DoorDash than rent, this card might actually save your financial soul. Card #9 Capital One Saver was. Number 9 is the Capital One Saver Cash, and this one's for all my foodies out there. This card gives you a whopping 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. We're talking restaurants, bars, concerts, movie tickets, basically everything that makes life worth living. It also gives you 3% back at grocery stores, which is clutch because apparently eggs cost more than gold now, thanks inflation. The welcome bonus is pretty sweet too. You can earn like $200 cash back after you spend $500 in the first 3 months. That's easier than convincing your friend to split the check. Points at camera with a smile. And here's the kicker. No annual fee for the first year. After that, it's $95. But if you're a serial restaurant goer, you'll probably break even just on your weekly sushi habit. Card #8. Blue Cash Every Day from American Express. Coming in at number 8 is the Blue Cash Every Day from American Express. Now, Amex has this reputation for being all fancy and exclusive, but this card is actually pretty chill. Like the laid-back cousin at the family reunion who everyone actually likes. You get 3% cash back at US supermarkets on up to $6,500 in purchases per year. So that's $195 in free money just for buying groceries. Then it drops to 1%, but still, that's beer money right there. You also get 3% back at US gas stations and 1% on everything else. Oh, and in the welcome bonus, earn $200 back after you spend $2,000 in your first 6 months. And the annual fee, $0. Zip. Nada. It's like getting a designer handbag at thrift store prices, except the handbag pays you to carry it around. Card #7, Bank of America Premium Rewards. Number 7 is where things start getting spicy. The Bank of America Premium Rewards card. This one's got some serious travel game. You get 2x points on travel and dining purchases and 1.5x points on everything else. But here's where it gets interesting. If you got other Bank of America, card #5, Chase Freedom Flex. Coming in at number 5 is the Chase Freedom Flex. And this card is like the Swiss Army knife of credit cards. It does a little bit of everything, and it does it well. You get 5% cash back on rotating quarterly categories. And we're talking about categories that actually make sense, like gas stations, grocery stores, Amazon, PayPal, restaurants, not weird stuff like artisanal cheese shops on Tuesdays during leap years. Plus, You get 3% back on dining in drugstores all year round, and 1% on everything else. The welcome bonus, $200 cash back after you spend $500 in your first 3 months. That's like getting paid to do your normal shopping. And plot twist, no annual fee. It's like finding a $20 bill in your old jacket, except this $20 bill keeps giving you more 20s. Card #4, Chase Sapphire Preferred. Number 4 is where we start getting into the big leagues. The Chase Sapphire Preferred. This card has more street cred than a vintage sneaker collection. The welcome bonus alone is worth talking about. 60,000 bonus points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. That's worth about $750 in travel through Chase's portal. That could literally pay for your next vacation. You get 2x points on travel and dining, 1x on everything else. But here's the secret sauce. Those points are worth 25% more when you book travel through Chase. It's like having a permanent discount on vacation. The annual fee is $95. But honestly, if you travel even once a year, this card pays for itself faster than you can say overhead compartment, card #3, City Double Cash, the mind blower. All right, here's number 3, the card I promised would blow your mind, the City Double Cash card. And guys, this thing is absolutely genius in its simplicity. You get 1% cash back when you buy something, and then another 1% when you pay for it. So that's 2% cash back on literally everything. No categories, no limits, no rotating nonsense. Just straight up, no questions asked, 2% back. Think about it. You get rewarded for spending money, and then you get rewarded again for being responsible and paying your bill. It's like getting a high five for doing adult things. No annual fee, obviously. The welcome bonus isn't huge, $200 cash back after you spend $1,500 in 6 months, but who cares? This card is a marathon runner, not a sprinter. This is the card that made me realize that simple can be brilliant. Sometimes you don't need bells and whistles, you just need something that works every single time. Card #2, Wells Fargo, Active Cash. Number 2 is the Wells Fargo Active Cash, and this card is basically the City Double Cash's overachiever sibling who went to business school, flat 2% cash back on everything. And I mean everything. Buy a car, 2% back. Buy a candy bar, 2% back. Buy a candy bar while sitting in your new car, still 2% back on both. Gets excited about the bonus. But wait, there's more. The welcome bonus is absolutely insane. $200 cash back after you spend just $1,000 in the first 3 months. That's basically getting paid $200 to spend $1,000, which is better math than I learned in college. 0 annual fee, obviously, plus you get cell phone protection if you pay your monthly bill with this card. So not only does it pay you back, it's also like having a bodyguard for your phone. This card is so straightforward, it's almost boring. Except boring is beautiful when it's putting money back in your pocket every single month. Card #1, Chase Freedom Unlimited, the champion. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the number 1 credit card for 2025, the Chase Freedom Unlimited. This card is like the Michael Jordan of credit cards. It's just consistently excellent at everything. You get 1.5% cash back on every purchase, which might not sound like much until you realize that adds up to serious money over time. But here's where it gets really good. You get 3% cash back on dining in drugstores for the first year, up to $20,000 in combined purchases. That's $600 in extra rewards just for eating food and buying medicine. Basic human survival stuff. The welcome bonus is Chef's Kiss Perfect. $200 cash back after you spend $500 in the first 3 months. That's so easy. You could probably hit that just buying groceries. Leans in for the big reveal. And here's the secret weapon. Those aren't just cashback rewards. They're Chase Ultimate Rewards points disguised as cashback. That means you can transfer them to travel partners or combine them with other Chase cards for even more value. No annual fee. Obviously, because this card knows it doesn't need to charge you extra to prove its worth. It's confident, it's reliable, and it just works. Kind of like that friend who always picks up the group dinner tab and never makes you feel weird about it. All right, before we wrap this up, let me drop some real wisdom on you. Stuff that took me years to figure out, and some